Nehemiah 3, verses 4 through 5 ESV summary. In Nehemiah, we see people from all walks of life coming together to rebuild what had been destroyed. But even in the midst of something beautiful, pride found its way in. The nobles of Tekoa thought that because of their status, they shouldn't take orders from common laborers, as if being a laborer was somehow beneath them. This was meant to be a moment of unity, of rebuilding Jerusalem's wall, which represented God's promise of restoration to Israel. The wall itself was part of the unfolding fulfillment of what God had spoken to Moses in Deuteronomy 30, that if Israel disobeyed, they would be, and ultimately were, conquered and exiled by nations like Babylon and later on Persia. But if they returned to him in repentance, he would restore them. That restoration visibly began in Ezra 3, verses 3, when the people rebuilt the altar of the God of Israel on its original foundation so they could once again offer burnt sacrifices, just as instructed in the law of Moses. That act marked a posture of repentance and a return to covenant faithfulness. It's amazing how God can use us to fulfill promises made generations before us. He used Nehemiah nearly 140 years later, long after those who first received the promise were gone. And yet God still kept his word. God positions people in specific seasons for specific purposes. For example, he placed Ezra in Jerusalem to study, obey, and teach the law of the Lord. So when Nehemiah and his people finished rebuilding the wall, Ezra was ready and positioned to lead the spiritual restoration and to identify the remnant of Israel using the genealogies he had recorded back in Ezra 2. Do you see the setup? God had every piece in place, even King Xerxes and his royal provision, all to ensure his prophecy and promise did not fall to the ground. This should remind us, when God gives you a word, a promise, or a plan, and then goes silent, it doesn't mean he's finished. He may be working in the background, putting every piece in position. He's just waiting for you to make your move.